Alright, what is going on YouTube? This is Perkman speaking, and I'd like to welcome you to my first ever commentary in general and build diary in Path of Exile. Today I'd like to present my level 77 Cyan Lightning Striker. Yeah, we're playing Lightning Strike and we are talking about 16.4k DPS with Hatred and Herald of Ice up, which is, it seems pretty nice. Alright guys, first of all, I'd like to talk about the gear before diving into the skill tree, since this is not like a really cheap build. Let's dive into our weapons. For our weapons, we're using a Beano's Kitchen Knife in the main hand, and in our offhand we're using a Death's Hand. Alright, first of all, I'd like to talk about Beano's. Beano's Kitchen Knife is in general a great dagger. It has a lot of crit, fist damage is insanely good as well, and what makes this dagger so interesting are the last two kind of indications right here. On killing a poisoned enemy, nearby enemies are poisoned, and on killing a poisoned enemy, nearby allies regenerate life. This makes it really nice because we are utilizing poison by, by grabbing the note up here, Addis Touch, which says that critical strikes with daggers have a 30% chance to poison the enemy. So, we are trying to poison a lot, get a lot of regen, and poison the whole pack with our Lightning Strike. This also explains that we are playing a crit build, so we're grabbing a lot of crit and stuff like that. In our offhand, we're playing Death's Hand, and Death's Hand is a really great one-handed mace, especially for our offhand. It has a great crit base, the attacks per second are nice with 1.5, and what makes it so interesting, it's kind of like the same as Beano's, is the 30% chance to gain a power charge when I stun, and to gain Unholy Might for 2 seconds on critical strike. Unholy Might is a buff that gives you bonus chaos damage. It's insane. Like when I get Unholy Might, I'm getting like 6k DPS buff. This is really awesome. And the power charge generation is also nice, since we are grabbing power charges in our tree as well right here. This is the build. In tree form, we are grabbing a lot of crit. We're going from a Cyan and grabbing that life wheel for a little bit of defenses. Concerning jewels, I'll suggest you to grab like something lightning damage, attack speed. Melee damage doesn't really affect our build, since we're not going into melee range like I said. What you want to grab more likely is a jewel like that with increased physical damage with one-handed melee weapons. Nice. Life leech is nice, and the projectile damage is also awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the tree. I will link it down in the description so you can find it there. Let's further talk about the items. For our chest piece, we're using a 5-link Belly of the Beast right now. Belly of the Beast is a nice item, gives us a lot of armor, life is great too, and the elemental resistances come in handy as well. Our Lightning Strike right now is linked to multi-strike, chain, physical projectile attack damage, and fast attacks. Fast attacks, I think that's pretty much self-explaining. Physical projectile attack damage, it pretty much is the skill gem which defines our build, since we are not a classic melee build which just charges into a pack, hitting every single mob with its fist or something like that. We're standing in front of the pack, pretty much critting everything and destroying the whole pack. Multi-strike is self-explaining as well. And chain is nice because when you hit like 7 projectiles in one pack, the AoE clear is insane. Every single projectile chains like 2 times more, and it just spreads everywhere. And it's also nice for stun effect on Death's Hand, which makes us generate more power charges. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Lightning Strike. In our Beano's, we're using Willing Blades, linked to fast attacks and Fortify. Fortify gives us a little bit more defenses, and Willing Blades is pretty much the best movement skill in the game. For our gloves, we're using Maligaros. Maligaros is just basically a great pair of gloves for any crit build. It gives you crit chance, it gives you crit multi, and it gives you attack speed. You can't really ask for more. In our Maligaros is our single target is linked. I really have to admit that single target is kind of lacking with this build, so we're using Wall Lightning Strike to kind of, you know, bridge that, but it's not great. Anyways, I will try to figure out something else later on, or maybe Wall Lightning Strike will develop as a good single target. Right now I'm running Wall Lightning Strike with added fire damage and multi-strike, which kind of sucks is that I actually need a blue socket right here, which I can't really get. I don't know why. I've invested a lot of chromes right now, but I just can't get it, so there's just sitting my hatred, which has pretty much no effect as a support gem. For your boots, you want to aim for something with life and resistances, just the, you know, the basic defense stuff. Concerning jewelry, you want to grab physical damage to attacks, crit multi, resistances, and life. It's, you know, pretty standard stuff. Like my amulet right here. I'm sitting on 2-stone ring right now. You know, a diamond ring is definitely suggested in any crit build. But I have to run a 2-stone ring right now because I'm kind of lacking resistances. But this one is nice as well. It gives me a little bit of mana leech, and the cold and fist damage to attacks is nice as well. You know, my diamond ring, pretty much the same stuff. Elemental damage, crit chance, and yeah, that's pretty much it. For your belt, you want to go for a rustic sash for that increased physical damage. Yeah, and pretty much just defense mechanics like life, resistances. I got elemental damage right here. You can also grab another resistance if you feel like you're not capped or something like that. And yeah. For our helmet, we're using Rat's Nest. Rat's Nest, pretty much insane. Best helmet you can use for any crit build in my opinion. It gives you crit chance, it gives you attack speed, and also movement speed is nice, and the evasion rating is awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our gear. We're using a series promise, just basically because it right now it gives us 4k more damage, and the chaos leech is nice as well. Yeah, the rest of my flasks are pretty standard stuff. One Quicksilver flask, which I'm never really using because Whirling Blades is just insane. I can swap that out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. For our auras, I think I've already mentioned, but I'm mentioning it again right now. I'm using Herald of Ice and Hatred. Right now I have to use Assassin's Mark in my Curse on Hit setup with Herald of Ice, because I can't really fully rely on Death's Hand, because I kind of feel like I'm one-shotting every pack, which makes it so that you can't stun that often, which doesn't really generate that much power charges through Death's Hand. So right now using Assassin's Mark, but hopefully I will be able to swap out Assassin's Mark later on for another curse and fully rely on power charge supplementation by Death's Hand. So yeah, let's dive right into the build, and I'm gonna farm a Dry Lake because I'm not doing a map. I don't really think that I should do a map because this is just a build diary. The build is still in development. I will release a video when the build is finished, and then it will be called guide. So let's change the music for this run. 1 second. Let's just swap that out and listen to something a little bit more suitable to the build, I think. I have to create a new one, yeah. We are generating also a lot of frenzy charges by using Blood Rage, I forgot to mention, but yeah, that's pretty standard stuff, I think. Now we just have to wait for that epic long loading screen, guys. I think you'll really like the build. Alright, let's activate that Blood Rage and just dive right into it. You know what you pretty much want to do, you want to stand in front of the pack. As you can see right there, single target is kind of lagging, but yeah, you're pretty much one-shotting every single pack. The build is really fun to play, guys. You know, I'm just having a blast with it. It was so much fun leveling it up, and it's just an awesome build in general. And yeah, I will try to display my the DPS with all charges and Unholy Might. Wait a second. Yeah, it's 32k, which is pretty insane. Right now I'm gonna display the single target. Oh, don't one-shot me, please. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, it's just pretty much gonna hit with Wall Lightning Strike. It's not the best single target. I mean, I'm over the map layout as well concerning level. But yeah, the build is just great fun, guys. I can totally suggest it. You know, we're getting that unholy might buff all the time from our dash hand. It's just a whole lot of fun. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked the build. Let's turn that off. I hope you did enjoy the build and the video as well. If you did so, please leave a like or maybe even subscribe. I will come up with a guide really soon and further videos. So yeah, guys, that's been Perkman, and I'm out. See you next time.